afternoon and welcome. My name is Colette Teal. I am the president of the Shingle Springs Cameron Park Chamber of Commerce. And we are here to say how thankful we are to the El Dorado Sheriff's Office for this amazing opportunity to have our new substation right here in our Safeway Coach Lane Plaza. Thank you so much. We're here to celebrate you. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. I'd like to thank everybody that was involved, and the list is long, and I'm sure I'm going to miss a ton of people, but so I'm just going to do a general thank you. I know it took almost an army to make this happen from various departments and organizations, and so to all of you, as a representative for our business and our residential community in Cameron Park, I say thank you, because it's a valuable asset that we're going to have here right in Cameron Park, so thank you so much. One of the driving forces of this happening here is Colleen Hearn. So I'm going to invite Colleen up to the podium. She is the founder of the Concerned Citizens of Cameron Park organization. And their founder is Colleen. Come Citizens of Cameron Park is also referred to as CCOCP. We like our acronyms in our world, right? They are a group of citizens, business partners, and community leaders working in collaboration to improve the quality of life in Cameron Park and our surrounding areas. So I'm going to turn it over to Colleen. She's going to give you a little brief summary of what's going on with their organization. Colleen.
Thank you. Hi. First, I want to thank you all for being here today to support our community. We're all very grateful to live in a county where our local sheriff is so committed to our safety and well-being. From our entire community, we thank you, Sheriff D'Agostini, for this amazing resource. We are so grateful to you and all your deputies, especially Sergeant Davidson and the compassionate, dedicated members of the HOT team. Thank you also to John DeVille for all your hard work while negotiating this lease and keeping the best interest of the citizens in the forefront of your mind during the entire process. And thank you to Lieutenant Wyckoff, your wife, and your family for your unwavering support of Cameron Park and your dedication to its residents, our families, businesses, and quality of life. We are so grateful for your dedication to our community and this entire county. We proudly support you. Yeah. Thank you, Supervisor Turnbull, for your work behind the scenes, garnering support for the Lieutenant's efforts during this process, and getting a unanimous vote for the substation from the Board of Supervisors. Thank you to our Auditor Joe Harn for your advocacy for Cameron Park and the county as a whole. We appreciate you, your tenacity, and your overall style. I'm going to try and get through this fast. Thank you to the community of Cameron Park for trusting our group to work for you and advocate on your behalf. It is our pleasure to serve you. It is important to state that CCOCP is way more than just myself. I do get a lot of recognition for the work of CCOCP, and I'm humbled by the gratitude, but there is a much larger group of amazing, dedicated volunteers who have donated their time and talents to bringing our community together. There is no CCOCP without these folks, and I want to recognize their efforts in getting us where we are today. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I thank each and every one of you today. Cameron Park is lucky to have the support of the sheriff, but it doesn't stop there. We must be responsible for our own safety and wellness in our community and practice a little self-help every single day as neighbors and residents. That's why we're very proud to launch our program, which is over a year in the making, Digital Neighborhood Watch, which updates the traditional Neighborhood Watch program by providing an online platform for neighbors to share incidents and information. It brings a public-initiated safety resource into the palm of your hand. We have informational booths set up at the safety fair and handouts for all of you to learn more about this. As you look around town, we are already realizing this program's success. As you look through this parking lot, and you'll see many of the our residents and businesses already have our window clings up as visual signaling, and we hope you all join. Our long-term goal was to see other communities in the county model this program, and today we have Mayor Wallace here, who is intending to launch the same program in South Lake Tahoe. We thank you, Mayor Wallace, for being here today to show your support. All that said, we have everything you need available at our booth, so please join us today We really hope you'll join the network and take another step forward in keeping our community safe and in place. Thank you, Sheriff and esteemed guests, for taking time to be here with us today to celebrate this amazing community resource. Cameron Park is a special place to live and a place where the foothills meet the sky. It is also a place we proudly call home, so thank you for supporting us here today.
Thank you, Colleen. And she is an amazing woman, this one. So we're so lucky to have her in our community. Next, I'd like to bring up Congressman McClintock. Congressman McClintock represents the people of the California's historic Gold Country in Sierra Nevada in a district that stretches from Lake Tahoe through the Yosemite Valley and on to Kings Canyon. Welcome, Congressman.
Has our county been blessed to have had John D'Agostini as our county sheriff? Now, are we ever going to miss him when he retires?
Yes.
And is there a more energetic county supervisor in all of America than George Turnbull? He's exhausting just to hang out with. I want to tell him, don't just do something, George, stand there. Well, what we're celebrating today is the result of a unique partnership between the people and families of our community and our local law enforcement. Sir Robert Peel, who's the father of modern policing, he often observed that law enforcement is simply an extension of the community. They differ only in that they're employed full-time to enforce our laws. My mentor was Chief Ed Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department. He often said that it's not the job of the police to enforce the law. That's the job of every citizen. The police are there to help. From that philosophy sprang such innovations as Neighborhood Watch and community-based policing, and it works. Our police forces are among the most trusted institutions in our nation for a reason. We met all of them at the playground at school, didn't we? They were always the big kids who stick up for the little kids who were being bullied. And they haven't changed. And our admiration of them and our gratitude to them hasn't changed either. You look around the rest of the country, you see the bullies running rampant in a lot of our communities. We know them too. We know what they're capable of. We know what they do if the police weren't there to stand in their way. Without law enforcement, there's no law. And without law, there's no civilization. People of El Dorado County have always stood behind their county sheriff and the local police departments, and they're doing so again on this occasion. Look at all of you here today. All across the country, I think the great silent majority is finally awakened. That majority is comprised of Americans from all ethnic and social backgrounds, and it's united in its support for the rule of law, even and perhaps especially in those cities where the anti-police left has had its way for far too long. Thank God that's never been the case here in El Dorado County. Perhaps it's time we celebrated not only what divides us, but what unites us as a free people. United we stand, divided we fall, and today our community stands united in support of the rule of law, the law enforcement officers who uphold the law, and the civilization that depends on it. So on behalf of our entire community assembled here, it's my pleasure to say to the sheriff, his deputies, and to our local police departments, we stand behind you 100%. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Congressman McClintock. Representing Assemblyman Kevin Kiley's office is Shalisa Horvath. Assemblyman Kiley was elected to represent our 6th District Assembly, which includes Placer, Sacramento, and El Dorado counties. Shalisa has a few words to share with us and something to present to the sheriff, right?
That's correct. Hello there, everyone. It is an absolute pleasure to be here today to celebrate this ribbon cutting ceremony. This is just going to be a great addition to our community that will serve to greatly benefit and improve the safety of our area. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff D'Agostini for their service. and would like to commend them for their tireless devotion to keeping our community safe. Therefore, on behalf of Assemblyman Kevin Kiley and the California State Legislature, I have a certificate of recognition that I would like to present.
Okay, next up, we're going to have Supervisor Turnbull.
This is a great event, and it's going to be great for Cameron Park, having this substation here. But I want to thank Colleen. You did a great job. Let me tell you a little story about how this all started. Colleen came to me, and she asked me, can we do something? There's a problem. So then we had a meeting. It was in the sheriff's office. The sheriff was there, a few people from the county, the CEO, Don Simone, and a few others and stuff. We worked out the differences and stuff through the county and stuff, and we made this thing happen. John, he gives a lot to our community, a lot. But he also gives a lot back, especially when it comes to the money up from his budget. He does a great thing. And then he said, well, we could do this. We could do this. So it was great that we have this done in this county. So I'm just going to say right now, thank you all for coming. I think this is a great thing for our community, especially when it comes to law enforcement. And I know pretty much everybody here, especially in law enforcement. Especially when you've been here all my life and a lot of history here. So I want to thank you for coming and thank you for supporting this.
Thank you, Supervisor Turnbull. Now, without further delay, I'd like to welcome Sheriff DeAgostini to the podium. Sheriff's modern approach to traditional law enforcement values and total enforcement on crimes and criminals has really paid off in our county of El Dorado County. We are so fortunate to live in a county where our sheriff does uphold the law. And I, for one, am so sad to see you go, but I know your successor in Jeff Lykoff is going to be fantastic as well. So I'm going to have you say a few words, and then we're going to do a little ribbon cutting for this new location.
Thank you. I didn't realize this was going to be such a big deal. Because quite honestly, this is what I and our deputies and all of our staff do. We just, you heard a portion of our vision statement, total care for victims, witnesses, and the community. So a little story, when Colleen first showed up in my office with Turnbull and the others, and those of you that know Colleen, after that first meeting, I actually told them, I said, I'm not sure if the statistics will warrant the installation of this substation here. We have deputies in the area. Their patrol car is their office, and they're in the community already. But I'll look at it. And when we look at the raw statistics, if you just look at the numbers, it was iffy, and I was still not quite sure if we were going to pull the pin. But then what I did, and I'll give credit to Lieutenant Lykoff, he said, look at some of the reports, look into it. So I did, and I started looking at the smash and grabs and the vehicle burglaries and some of the assaults and other things that were happening in your community here. And we gave the thumbs up, and everybody made it happen. It's the right thing to do. We are, Congressman McClintock mentioned Sir Robert Peel, and his 7th rule of policing is the public are the police and the police are the public. And while you're standing behind us, we're standing right there with you. This is all of us. This is it takes a village, that old saying. So for today and moving forward, you notice my name's still on the door for another 245 days. But I have full faith in Lieutenant Lykoff, running unopposed, having the same vision and values that I have, and his passion for community service and community support, that he will carry on your sheriff's office, working with you and the communities in the same fashion that you've come to experience in the last 12 years of my administration. So thank you for today. We're pleased, it's our pleasure to do this with the community, and we look forward to a great relationship here at our new substation. So thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. So I'm going to take care of a little business for the Chamber of Commerce, and then we're going to go right into the ribbon cutting. On behalf of the Shingle Springs Cameron Park Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today for this monumental event and invite you to the other side of the parking lot, over by Peak Nutrition, where we're also hosting a safety and wellness fair. This event is free to the public. There are some fantastic local businesses participating in the event, along with a gaming trailer and a bounce house for the little ones. Everything over there is free. So please, it's, just a little jaunt on the other side of the parking lot. And now what I'd like to do is have Sheriff and any of your command that you'd like to join you, or any of the political people that were here today, and we'll move forward with the ribbon cutting, the reason we're here for today.